Okay, today I'm going to talk about the video game Active Shooter. It was recently pulled off stream and subsequently canceled. This is not the first time this has happened. They did the same thing with 6 Days in Fallujah, and things like that. Now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 managed to include the level No Russian, in which the player gets to perpetrate a massacre of civilians and in a airport in Russia the Call of Duty managed to get away with it. But then again, Call of Duty is a major franchise and it can get away with a lot of things that other video games probably couldn't. And in any case, the video game Active Shooter, in case you didn't know, involves the player being able to take control of one of two or possibly three potential things in a school shooting. The game involves a school shooting. You can play as I heard somewhere you could play as a hapless civilian or student running around, or a teacher or something running around, trying to hide from the shooter and hoping the police come and get you after the shooter kills himself. You can play as a SWAT team member, and 3, and probably most controversially, you can be the shooter himself. But in any case, I give them credit. I mean, it wasn't the government that did this. I mean, it was just a bunch of private citizens and private entities getting together to protest. I mean, they had a petition. They exercised their right to free speech, saying that this game should not be out there. And they convinced I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's like you can argue whether art imitates life or life imitates art. And I think it's a little of both, but I don't think that, just because you pull this video game down, school shootings are going to stop. There are plenty of other influences in our popular culture, such as, the Joker, Bill Williamson, a whole slew of Hollywood villains, and Carrie, that there's just no end to what could influence somebody to do something like this, or one of those school shootings. There's a whole bunch of factors, a whole bunch of video games, a whole bunch of movies, and a whole bunch of other stuff. In any case, it's really, really important that we remember that, this was not done by the government. It is not censorship. People got together and said, pull this game down, and they said it loud and proud, and they managed to get it done. However, it's like, it was obvious the game would be controversial, and I think that's what the creators of it wanted. And would this video game have been made if there weren't school shootings? Would it have been made if Charles Whitman had never gone up to that tower and just started shooting people? No, probably not. I mean, there would be no World War II games if World War II didn't happen. There would be no Vietnam games if the Vietnam War did not happen. There would be no, all this other crap. And in any case, why they wanted it gone, there's a myriad of reasons. One thing, it might influence somebody to become a school shooter. They could say, it's reopening old wounds and all that crap, salt in a wound or whatever, for the victims' families and the survivors. And some people could say they're glorifying the shooter and all that stuff. I remember there was a big controversy about Medal of Honor allowing people to play as the Taliban. They had to change in the multiplayer. They had to change to the Alt-4, but they just said somebody has to be the Taliban, just like somebody has to be the Germans or the Japanese in World War II. But I guess because it's just so fresh that people just don't want to deal with that. And sadly, a lot of World War II veterans are dead right now. I was privileged to know quite a few of them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.